And welcome back. So, the device activated, the collar triggered, and permanently adhered to the neck of Trent Ickathon. He lies there on the ground, arms and legs slightly bent, breathing.
Breath. Squirt a little more on his palms.
I'm happy to. Although, Jester,
The sovereign glue on it.
you're a better painter than I am. Could you do the honor? Maybe little dicks,
Oh, that's lovely.
and then smush them together?
I'm gonna hold his hand and look at him in the eye while I draw like a really just not good dick straight in the palm of his hand with little spurts on each finger.
He can't speak, but his eyes roll heavily in his.
Yasha, I need you to hold his wrists together until it sets.
Oh, it sets instantly.
It sets in 60 seconds.
Or, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
I grab him and hold him together.
Okay.
Just look him in the eyes.
And while we wait, we get down close. You know, for the longest time, I thought this would be impossible. But I still dreamed about it. Of taking your life. But death is too good for you. You are to be exposed, humbled, and brought low. Settle into that idea.
You feel his voice peer into your mind, which is not an unfamiliar thing for you, whether it be through a sending spell or what you would probably be aware of from your time training with him.
Mm-hmm.
But one of his objects allows him short-range telepathy.
Mm-hmm.
So wordlessly it looks into your eyes and says, "See, you aren't a failure. Now, finish the job and fulfill your destiny."
Am I able to, if I know about that item on him from our past, can I dispel that?
You can. It's a ring on his right hand.
I do so.
Okay.
Third level.
Just dispel.
Still whispering in my ear like an adder. I'm tired of the narrative.
Astrid has been spinning the blade in her hand and walks up, or is actually now still been standing aside the two of you, and just goes, "Can I kill him? Can I? Please."
This is just the beginning of this very hard road. Hold that thought. Could somebody get Eadwulf?
Oh, yes.
Well, yeah. I'll go over to Eadwulf. And I will cast. Yep. Cure wounds at 3rd level.
Okay.
Did you see?
Yeah.
How much?
Yeah, yeah,
This is happening?
yeah. It's crazy.
Oh, never mind. I don't have any 3rd levels left. I'm gonna cast it at 4th.
Already.
Neither of us are going to kill him. He wants us to eat each other like animals.
Go.
Bastard, we are going to dismantle it all. I look at Bo.
If you kill him, you only make him a martyr.
You don't know what he's put us through.
You're right. I don't. But I want to.
And I'll tell you in time.
Let me write down your story. I can help you.
Wolf,
He's got 20 hit points back.
Okay, gotcha.
we can finally do what we thought we were doing in the first place.
He kind of gets up.
We can make this empire the place we believed it to be.
And you saying this to Aedwulf?
Hmm.
He kind of gives like a turn of his head, shakes his wrists out. You're welcome to. I don't know if politics is my interest anymore. But please.
If that is your choice, Eodwulf, I would suggest that you run far, far away.
Yeah, fair enough.
Find a spot on the other side of the globe. And don't ever fucking return.
Roll an intimidation check. With advantage.
11.
With advantage?
Yep.
Okay. He goes, very well.
Before you go, a booming voice comes out. And Clay, who has been casting a spell for the last minute, turns around with deep black pit eyes. The matron has special destinations for people who burn temples. So why don't you put your back into this? And I go back to having conjured a Kodola to putting out the fucking fire. So.
Fair enough. He goes, right. And he begins to, what can he do?
What can you do, Eadwulf?
He walks
Control water from the pond. Look what I'm doing.
He looks at that, looks over. Do you have a bucket?
If they're still working, yes.
He shields himself and darts into the house, which is now maybe about a third of its exterior cover is in flames.
Oh no.
Thatch
Are we-
catches quickly.
Sealing him
I
in
turn to Ford. Don't let her kill him. And I start using control flame to put out swatches of fire on the home.
I'll stay behind with Ford and watch
Cantrip.
Astrid as well.
Her blade's still in her hand, and she's just looking down at him. Her jaw is clenching. She spins the blade in her palm, looks at Ford.
Astrid. These institutions of power that go without being checked, that reside in secrecy, they are breeding grounds for corruption. If you kill him, it would just look like another senseless act of violence without any recourse. If we expose him, he is raked across the coals of the court of the public. The only way to keep from these cycles of abuse from continuing to happen is to tell the story.
Just so you know, I think you should kill him. But I don't think you care what I think. I think you care what he thinks.
Plus, I'm at a distance readying polymorph just in case she tries anything.
I'd like you both to make persuasion checks.
Me and Ford?
Yeah.
All right.
As she grips the blade tight in her hand.
Double switch.
Dirty 20.
Dirty.
Dirty 18.
Do not make him the hero of your story.
She lifts the blade, and throws it to the ground with all of her strength, and just screams, and storms off and falls to her knees and just crumbles.
I was real close to making her a turtle just then. That was
So, still can.
Why a turtle? Why a turtle?
I just go instead and I'll kneel down in front of her. And I won't say anything, but I'm just going to put my hand on her shoulder and be there with her in silence.
She's shaking. Her teeth are gritted. You can see the tears in the mucus and the spit all just mixing, and she is just punching her fists into the ground, one after the other. Her eyes wide and tense with fury, and you can just see the seething years of pain and anger all coming to a head at once.
I come out of the building once it's extinguished with Eadwulf by the hand and pull him down and kneel in front of her as well, holding his hand and tapping my forehead to hers. I am so sorry for what you both went through. I loved you both so much. But what we believed in was a lie. And it still is. And now we must be strong. Now.
She pulls back, wipes her face off. Grabs Eadwulf's arm and pulls him away from you. And they just start walking away.
Find me when you need to.
You see Eadwulf kind of look over her shoulder a bit, like... And the two of them just disappear into the opposite side of the grove. Just passing by the Clay family, who has begun to approach back from where they were keeping safe, and you can see Corin kind of pokes out. Is it safe now?
Yeah,
Oh,
we have
dear.
a lot of work to do.
Oh dear, yes we do. And immediately they one by one start rushing up and helping take water from the pond and begin, with your various skills at your disposal, help and who eventually prevent the flames from entirely consuming the structure. It does sustain a fair bit of damage, but to a level that can be repaired over time.
About an hour down the road, half an hour. It's just the two wizards get side-eyed by a purple tiefling who's walking down the road the other way back to the grove. Both just kind of eye each other. Keep walking.
They quicken their step. As this is happening, Trent is still just sitting on the ground, hands
Still
bound.
have my blade in his chest, just standing there.
He's just smiling.
Oh,
Like a weird, sick calm on his face now.
Hey, you lost. Oh, what's that? Hmm? Oh, I can't hear you. How sad for you.
I resist the urge to make out with Yasha and look at Caleb. I'm sorry for the road we're about to walk down. I hope you know there will be a certain point where if Astrid and Eodwulf are not with us, then I don't know how much protection we can offer them.
I know. And if we peel all the layers away from this onion, I may end up on the chopping block as well. But it's still what we are going to do.
I don't want that to happen.
Either way.
Once we start pulling on this thread, you know what that means, right?
I'm with you, Beauregard.
Just pull out one of the blank journals that Caleb grabbed me from Aor. Let me know when you're ready.
Day or two. Let's get him back to your halls.
Okay. You know, we'll start with Ickathon. Ludinus terrifies me.
This was the appetizer.
Is the Cobalt Soul is going to hold Trent Ichithon?
I don't know. Sort of making this up as I go along.
I'm just gonna put earmuffs over Trent's ears.
Just don't want to know everything.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
I just lean on the sword.
Oh, ow, that would hurt really bad.
Yeah, I think it would just a little bit.
How long? Sovereign Glue is like,
Forever.
uh-huh.
We go straight to the top. We go to Udala. We don't fuck around with anybody else. And we have to keep the fact that we are breaking this story secret. If anyone catches word, there's going to be a lot of people who want to keep their interests safe.
Well, you will have my story, and I have some hope, given a little bit of time, that the other two will come around.
I hope so too.
Mighty Nine. You are truly amazing. Thank you. And he just sits on the ground and deflates.
I'll turn and at 5th level, I'm going to cast Create Water in a 30-foot cube above Caduceus's house that just creates a 50-gallon torrential rain above it. And I'm going to say, Jess, will you come over here?
Oh, yeah. Oh, his hair was so gross. Or... yeah, what can I do?
Standing in the rain, I turn to her and I say, I love you too. And I kiss her.
I make sure my hands are not touching him, but I kiss him back.
We'll help with your house.
Thank you. Just 1 second, I'm curious. Mind if I talk to your friend?
If he is able to respond, seems a little tight-lipped at the moment.
Spells still work?
Dispel?
Do spells still
Do
work?
spells. On
Do
him?
host?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm gonna cast Bane.
Okay.
Does it work?
Yeah.
He
is
dukes
Bane.
his
Um,
Oh, are we treating him like a test of me? Is that what we're doing?
No.
Sure.
Got some new spells?
Yeah, there's some shit in there I've never ever done.
I have decided to take this thing that you have done to me and my family as a opportunity. To teach a lesson. I don't know if you can truly understand what I'm feeling right now. If you have the imagination for how much hurt this is. But I would like you to empathize with me, and I cast command. Empathize.
One word.
Wow.
Feel it all.
He just smiles back there.
Empathize. Command again.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Never seen Caduceus this pissed.
Empathize.
Just keeps grinning back at you.
Empathize.
How many spell slots do you have left?
Let's see. That's a good question.
Day 13.
That's 4 first level spells, at least.
Yep.
Yeah.
1, 2,
Succeeds in that one,
3,
too.
4. Empathize.
Yeah, he succeeds.
Empathize.
Amazing.
Succeeds. Natural 20.
I'll keep
Put my
going.
hand on Caduceus' shoulder, and at 5th level, I cast command and say, empathize.
So what's the 5th level one do now?
At
No.
5th level, the save's 18. Was
Oh.
Yeah. Is this again another one?
just a higher level.
Just yeah. Natural 20 saves again.
He is a sick
Okay.
fuck.
Empathize.
Saves.
What a warp.
Empathize.
Huh?
Empathize.
No, he succeeds.
You gotta respect it. That's pretty good.
He's a dick.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
He succeeds.
Shit.
He's like he's got a high
Energize.
fire.
Wow.
While this is going on, I'm going
Master thighs.
to go into the woods and find my family.
Succeeds. How many more spell slots do you have?
This is the last one.
Yeah, he succeeds. Just keeps grinning the whole time.
Caleb comes over and
I'm
puts
very...
them.
well,
Oh, no, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Caleb watches Caduceus focusing and focusing and focusing, and I'm looking at his smug fucking face, and I come and I put the manacles of stasis on his wrists and use it at 5th level to see if I can put this fucker to sleep for 24 hours.
Okay, so what's the save he has to make, or
It's not. It's you roll 5d8.
Way back.
I have to go over his current hit points. There's no
Gotcha.
save.
you don't know what his current hit points are, so go for it.
Okay, but I'm casting at 5th level, so there's gonna be a bunch of dice. Hold on.
You want Yasha to do a few more little pokey pokes before?
Just here.
Just a little.
Just hanging out.
Somebody remember 35 for me.
That's pretty great.
And then 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, 8, 16, 24, 33, 39, 41, 43, 43, and
Plus
35, 78.
78.
78.
Yeah.
Du
Duast.
hast mich.
That'll do it.
As he slowly falls asleep, I just want him to hear, oh, don't worry. Oh, we can try again tomorrow.
Amazing.
That's baller. I love it.
Whoa.
I love it.
Don't burn Caduceus' house.
Shit.
Not to dual wield, but also from about 40 feet away now. What the hell happened? I left for like an hour and a half.
You missed everything.
Who were those people?
Oh, we had a coming home party for you, but you missed it. We party hard here.
Who were those? Who's that person?
We have been.
Who are you people?
Yep.
I don't even know your bloody names. What's wrong with you?
You used to do this kind of thing with us.
Well,
That's right, we never really introduced us. I'm Jester.
I need a drink, And I'm going to walk right by and find alcohol, and whatever is left of that burning, I'm going to start digging for alcohol in the burning.
How much alcohol is in the Clay family house?
Really strong kombucha.
That's what you beat me to it, yeah.
None.
None.
I didn't need to roll, but I thought I would.
Yeah.
No. He's just going to grumble looking for booze for a minute.
Okay.
He brought food, but okay. Yeah.
The fire has been put out. The smoke turns from black to white and slowly begins to dissipate as the majority of the Clay temple home has been salvaged.
Wow.
Trent Ickathon subdued entirely. What would you like to do?
Well,
Yikes.
So much.
What a day.
Keep our guard up.
Yeah.
Work down the checklist.
I guess first things first is patching the hole in the roof here. Don't want it to rain on your heads.
Just gonna go
Well, it's
around
not the rainy season, but
casting mending as much as possible. Like on the ship!
there's only so much mending we'll do.
Tomorrow I can fix it if I need to rest. But
I am a carpenter, after all.
Well,
Yeza steps forward and is like, I can help wherever I can be helpful.
oh, that'd be amazing. Mostly it'll be getting the earth healthy again, and we tend not to use magic for that except during ceremonial
I
purposes.
can only help with the roof and the burning.
Roof in the building will be fine. If anyone wants to garden, that'd be that's extracurricular.
Do you have extra gardening hats for all of us if we want?
Essek oddly raises his hand as well. Why not?
Welcome in.
Bo just looks at
He had it all time.
Essek like,
Got this on.
I've never tried gardening.
you should wear those like little rose printed gloves.
Do you have a pair?
Little visor. Maybe the Clay family has some.
I'm painting him a little pair of rose.
Thank you. And he kind of mage hands them over. Thank you, Jester.
You're welcome.
And for your curiosity, almost every plant that grows within this place is unique and only grows here. So if there's anything you feel the urge to poke or prod at, just ask. It's probably a little bit of it is more than happy to stay in your possession. I know you like to tinker.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Start tilling.
I'll help. Yeah.
It's occurred to me that I'm not saying that no one's looking for us, but that was rather opportune. You could go home.
We have the amulets.
It was Trent and the Volstruckers that were on our tail before.
Yeah.
I think
might
it was
have-
the entire assembly, though, because Les is still missing, and
Yeah,
they
we don't
know
know the
that
inner
she was with
workings.
us. They think we killed her.
There could also be Volstrucker in play, who are already working under orders and.
Then maybe it's best you clear your names.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
help the Clays clean up their home. We bring our friend here in, and then the hard work begins.
Very well. And with a deep breath, you all gather tools, materials, whatever's at your disposal. And the repair project of the Blooming Blooming Grove.
An onion.
Yeah, I know. It'll happen. And the Clay residence begins.
That was rude before. Jester, right? I'm sorry. I was a little...
No, there's a lot
I
going on.
apologize. Do you know where there's booze?
Oh, yes. Veth always has a lot on her.
Which one's Veth?
Hi.
The-
Over here.
The little one with the giant tots.
You know what?
Tots.
Thank you.
Tots.
My name's Beth. Hi.
Give me your tots.
This flask has some nice rosé. It's like a crisp, dry rosé, and I think you should just have it. I don't need it, so I don't. You take it. It's little, but it will forever provide.
What do you mean, forever provide?
Just keep drinking, and it will be there for you.
You know, I understood the notion of booze, but I've never actually had any before, till just now.
Oh.
You are now the best friend I've ever had. And I walk away.
Bit by bit over the following days, the grove begins to return slowly to a semblance of its former self. The roof is patched, though not perfect. Over time, it will find its way there. But over the better part of a week, some fine rest is had. Some continual bonding is found. And eventually you feel like you've certainly done your deed in making up for the danger that you've brought to this space. And it's about the end of the 5th day or so, as you're all finishing up your meal in the house, created by, honestly, a number of the Clay family helping in.
Are we expecting company?
We won last time.
No.
Mage hand.
Yeah. Yeah, I pull out my staff.
The windows.
Yeah.
Is there
Are there brick?
The door opens, and from the still relatively well moonlit night, you can see the shape of 2 figures standing in the door.
Oh, are they back?
A larger male figure and a comparably smaller female figure. They're both imposing in their own right. And it takes you only about a minute to recognize them to likely be Astrid and Adolf.
Wow.
Hi.
It's good to see you again.
May we come in?
Are you going to attack us?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, come on in. You missed all the hard work anyway. I'll put on a kettle.
They step in, and Adolf just kind of stays by the door, still kind of holding an awkward energy. Like a weird, like, hey, what's up? But, like, just keeping his distance. Astrid comes in, pulls her hood back a bit. It was raining a little earlier, and their outfits are still a little slick. And she just looks over towards you, Beauregard, and then Caleb goes, I'll help. I'll tell my story too.
Well, it's just got a little bit easier, Beauregard.
And so with that, you've acquired the assistance of 2 Volstrucker directly under Trent Ickathon.
I just at the ready. Pull out my notebook.
Okay. So in the days finishing this, you can begin to put together your report. You can begin to take note, or multiple notes, if you will,
Yeah.
of the accounts of those closest to Trent Ickathon.
Bo, organize it. It's like a court dissertation. It's
Yeah.
like a full
To what
timeline.
extent are you writing information?
I am writing down everything they say in top to bottom if it fills a notebook over a period of days. And I interview them, and we take breaks, and then I interview them again. I get it all down
Okay.
from the beginning.
Certainly the element of us being asked to murder innocent citizens of the Empire.
It's all important.
You do note that both Astrid and Aedwulf make no mention in their, I don't know what you would call it, deposition?
Yeah. More or less.
Yeah.
Count?
Their account of any other members of the Cerberus Assembly. It is relegated directly to Trent, and only Trent.
So they have no information or no knowledge.
Or at least, or if they do, they're not
Or
They're
they're
not
not sharing.
saying.
sharing that.
Or
They're not willing to
saying
go
the
that far.
Truth.
Exactly.
I come in from outside. Exterior is clear. Just to let you know, everything's on the up and up, as you were.
Patrol go. Good? Good.
Yeah.
All right.
Fucking Camp David in this bitch.
Aedwulf goes, hey. You're doing a good job.
Oh, thank you. As you were.
Caleb notes in that moment, despite Ford being green, how similar they are. In some ways. With our talking with them for the past few days, have we been able to... Is it obvious that they're obfuscating or dancing around?
Make an insight check.
Can I assist him?
Sure. You have to roll it yourself, or he rolls twice.
Assist.
It's pretty good. It is a 26.
26 is very good. You can ascertain, and with your experience in some aspects of that political space, they are carefully pruning to exclude the names of other in-power members of the Assembly.
Mm-hmm.
And you gather that taking down Trent seems viable because Trent is subdued and at your mercy.
Right.
Why should they draw the ire of those who are nothing but a threat, should they call the eye upon them?
So we're going to have to push for that on our own.
Yeah, and aside when talking to Caleb, it doesn't matter. They don't have to tell us
What we already know.
what we already know.
The Martinet intimated quite a bit.
100%. This will save lives. I hope you know that. It's hard to calculate how far this action could ripple into the future. But if we learned anything from the Somnovum, if these people in power aren't kept in check, they're hidden behind veils, it will happen again and again.
You know, all my mother and father wanted me to do when I was a child was serve the Empire.
I think they'd be really proud of you.
We will serve the Empire. Okay. Maybe that's enough for today.
Yeah. Take a break.
And if you're on break, we have some tools back here, and you can go out and help with the garden.
They both look at each other. Of course, yes.
You burned a temple.
Yes, yes.
You're going to have to start learning how to pay for the things you've done. No magic. Get the tools. Start working.
Make an intimidation check with advantage.
Yeah, get out there, beefcake.
Gardening intimidation.
Yeah.
Intimidation in spades.
I'll come up.
Was it?
9.
9.
I'll come up behind Caduceus.
They listen, but they don't look shaken.
I'm not looking for shaking. I'm looking for.
As they head out the door, I'm going to hand them both giant sun hats. Protect your skin. It's sunny.
She's
them
right.
on.
You really have to. It can get real
man.
bright.
Annie and sun hat. Love it.
I also have
It's great too because it's nighttime.
I have these human skin colored glove things that I have made long ago. So here, take those to protect your hand.
They have like black leather gloves. Like we're fine.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Where is Trent through all of this?
Oh, we've been feeding him quinoa and mushy
Yeah, like
peas.
just spoon feeding him to keep him alive. Yeah.
I've been on Trent duty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we give him his manacles
his-
And treating it real
baba
nice.
every night.
He for the most part maintains his shitty grin and steely disposition, except around feeding time. He gets a little bitchy around feeding time.
Oh, it's lentils
You go.
I'm gonna just give it a try. I'm gonna walk up while he's eating, while he's got a mouthful of mushy peas.
Oh yeah, I've been hitting him for like randomly hitting him for days for fun, and that Bane, yeah.
It's odd. Even when you feel the spell cuts through, you can command somebody to take the action of empathizing, which means the attempt is there.
Yeah.
But you require the capability to empathize to even be magically compelled to do so.
Wow.
Shitbird.
Yeah.
Here comes the dragon attack.
Kingsley will hang with you when Bo is busy.
Sure.
On guard duty.
Okay.
Laziest.
Okay. What's next?
Do you go present this stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, once we have it.
Yeah, we go back to Zadash and Raxentrum and try to make the case and see how wide we can take it.
How are we going to let them know everything that happened with Vess? How do we clear our names with that?
As fucked up as it sounds, I think Caduceus has rubbed off on me a little bit. And maybe we just tell the truth.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. We didn't kill her, so...
We didn't kill her. Hopefully. They listen, I guess. We won't know more until we talk to Udala. On top of that, I need to go and testify against Xenoth. I think
gosh, right.
that date is coming. Would I know with the help of Caleb's keen mind? Roughly how far
It's
away?
a handful of weeks off, so it's coming.
Okay.
What happened to the book?
Which book?
The spooky book
Spooky
that
book.
gave us on.
Maybe it's in the bag of holding.
I reach in the bag of holding, trying to find the spooky book.
You pull it out.
Oh shit! Oh,
Don't look at it,
shit.
don't look at it, don't look at it.
Exactly.
Fine. Come on, Grog!
I mean,
to the end, skip to the
maybe
end.
it wouldn't be powerful anymore now that the Somnovum are dead.
I mean, I ain't fucking with it. I'm just saying maybe there's a record of the tomb takers and Vesterogna's handwriting and maybe something that could
Do you want me to
corroborate.
check since I'm so mentally strong?
Oh boy.
You know?
You did get more wise. Yeah, over that.
Yeah, you could do the deadhead thing you did before, and then you could.
Oh,
get
that's
it, you
true.
know? I'm talking to you, Caleb.
Say that again, because I was thinking about the next thing.
Yeah, you know, you can close your mind off or whatever. Yeah,
Mind, bullets, pallets.
if you need to look for it. Otherwise, it's just evidence.
What else is in that bag?
That's a fascinating idea.
I don't know.
I guess I
Put your
could
hand in
turn
there
it
and
and
think of
dump it
something.
out. Oh yeah, that's
You could.
more fun.
I wouldn't even. I'm gonna put my hand in and think of something.
What do you think of?
Something. No.
It's not a bag of everything.
Weapon. Sword.
It gives you a kind of dinged up longsword.
Oh. Booze.
Booze.
Is there any booze that you placed in the bag of holding?
I
while
don't
you were
know. Maybe
traveling?
I was thinking maybe Lucian's crew put booze in there. 'cause they had
Probably
the
a
bag
bottle of Lionette wine in
Yeah,
there.
there's wine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Bottle of
Probably a
wine
couple
pops
bottles
out.
of wine.
I feel like I've already got this.
Oh, hey. Cool.
Is your property in there, Ford?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we found
It
that.
is in there.
Yeah.
Property.
Where the
Molly, do you want
ball.
a? Do you want a sword, a weapon?
I mean, I'll admit I got a little worried walking up to the house at one time. It's a bit worrisome.
Here.
You want a sledgehammer?
I give him.
Look at me.
I give him skin gorger.
It might be
Oh.
bigger than me.
Oh, I've got. Well, somebody's
Yeah,
got it.
That doesn't make sense.
An inescapable lash.
Yeah, the whip.
The whip.
Ooh.
You kind of look like a whip
Let's find out.
guy.
Whip it good.
Yeah, the whip.
It's like the most subtle little blister.
It's a cool little whip.
I'm gonna play. Thank you. What's it called?
The inescapable lash.
Inescapable lash. Thank you.
King,
Parts to it.
Yes, it does.
what are you gonna do from here, Kingsley?
I don't know. You all seem like you're sort of wrecks. That sounds like fun. I feel like I'm game for anything, as long as we don't stick around here for too long. I mean, it's nice, but it's kind of all I've seen so far.
You should totally see the city that I'm from. Nicodranus is beautiful.
It is very pretty.
Do you like the ocean?
I've heard of it.
You'll probably
You have to
love
come
it.
with us to Rumblecusp. We could take him on a boat ride to Rumblecusp.
Are we going back to Rumblecusp?
I mean, why wouldn't we? It's beautiful. We have the Bower Bar.
I do have to check
We
my
need to go
Bower
on
Bar.
vacation.
The what?
The Bower Bar.
Oh, that's right.
I think you named it.
Our summer home.
Such a stupid name.
Sorry, the fucking Bower Bar.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Let's go. We gotta go clear our names so we can keep living, right?
I guess that is the first step.
Tourette syndrome?
Yeah, we would
Yes.
be a security detail
I'm
around the whole
out,
structure.
guys. I'm sorry. It's been a lovely few days, but my road's done. My road's at an end. We're gonna go off and just be together.
You're welcome to stay here for a little while longer if you like as well.
Thanks, but I mean, I think Yeza, you liked Nicodranus, right?
I mean, I grew up in Felderwin. It's a nice town that I have a fondness for, but I think Luke really enjoys Nicodranus. He enjoys the beach and being close to the water and just the colorful streets there. Made a few friends. I kind of like the freshness of the atmosphere. Who knows? Maybe I can apprentice at some sort of an apothecary or something.
Apprentice? No, we've got seed money. We'll open up your own store.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I could use an apprentice or a partner.
Well, I'll work my way up to partner. First, I'll learn the trade,
Don't be so modest.
and then eventually, when I'm ready.
I think the grace period may be shorter than you expect, but sure.
Yeah. Plus, if you ever come home, we'll see you.
We have a detective agency we have to open.
Yes.
It can be a dual sort of thing. We can use the apothecary. Apothecary?
As a front.
Yeah.
As a front.
Apothecary.
Pocket there.
Pocket me. Pocket me.
That's so cute.
Yeah. I'd love to. Yeah, I'd just love to be together and do whatever.
This is not the end, though. Go home. Build a home. If we don't all end up in prison or in a hangman's noose.
If we do, come bust us out, though, okay?
That's true. But that's not going to happen.
I'll send you a message.
You'll send me a message.
Otherwise,
If
we'll
I
come
get
to the
a
beach.
strange, halting cut off message, I'll know something's wrong.
I think I'm out too. And same goes. Send a message and I'll be right there. And you're always welcome. But yeah, I think it's time.
Yeah, why would you want to leave this place? It's beautiful.
Not for a while. Yeah.
Some of the Clay family kind of stands around Caduceus. Cornelius putting his hand on his left shoulder, and Calliope kind of placing her arm on his right. And it's just kind of a beautiful moment seeing that family rejoined, rallied around him. But it doesn't feel separate from the family that he's made.
I go give Caduceus a hug.
Oh, I'm gonna miss that.
Thanks for, showing me how cool it is to actually heal people.
It's not as cool as a giant lollipop.
Actually, I'll join in that as well. I give you an enormous hug. Thank you for everything. I wouldn't be here like this without you.
You have nothing you didn't earn. And, yeah. All right.
I go up and I give him a hug too. Hey, do you have any seeds?
Tons.
May I take some?
Of course. Yeah. Well, we have a little, I guess you call it a library. Just coming back. We've got a whole thing.
Okay.
Thank you for softening a skeptic's eye.
Thank you for bearing fruit that saved everybody.
Thank you for saving my son. And
Thank you for the near-death experience.
well, I'm good at that. I was supposed to give you this a long time ago, but the nice lady on Rumble Cusp gave me a pink flower to give to you.
Oh.
She said it represented your connection with the earth.
Awful nice.
Seems like you have plenty of flowers around here.
Oh. I appreciate that. It's a nice compliment coming from the second best mother I know.
So your mother is the best.
Don't overthink it.
She's
Matt.
also within earshot. So, don't push her.
Thank you for everything, for taking care of us.
Can't wait to see your son in a few years.
Well, if he's anything like his mom, you won't see him till it's too late.
You're going to have a lot of problems.
Just give Caduceus the tough guy, fist to the shoulder.
Never got that. Yeah.
Don't.
Okay.
No. You're not cool enough for it.
I know.
Give him a little hug. All right.
Do you want this breastplate back?
I mean, up to you. Do you need it?
I mean, no.
Actually, do you need anything?
I need a lot of things, Caduceus. What can you give me?
I don't know. Hold on one second. How would you like a new shield?
Ooh.
Let me look at my shield that I have.
Careful, you might give it to her and she'll just wear it and not use it.
I've got this +1 shield. That's all I have.
Gear redistribution.
Do you want something a little fancier? It does.
Are you sure, Caduceus? You use your shield a lot.
I do, but it's going to be a while. I'll grab it back from you if I need.
Okay.
So I remove the green plates from it. And it's a shield of retribution.
Thanks, Caduceus. I'll trade you.
Good luck out there.
Thanks. Good luck here.
We'll make sure you're not a traitor to the Empire.
I mean, honestly, I don't really care, but thank you.
I know.
They don't know who I am.
In the quiet, shaded corner of the room, you see a pensive Essek, arms crossed, just kind of listening. Thank you.
You coming, hot boy?
Where? To the Empire?
Yeah, I see your point.
Is it any more dangerous than home?
It's not any less, probably.
We're heading to Rexendrum.
Maybe it's time I just found my way. Really begun my penance. I've procrastinated long enough in dealing with my sins.
Well, maybe we can speak for you. We all know what you've done and sacrificed. If you're on your own, then it's just your word, but we are friends to the dynasty.
You are welcome to speak on my behalf, but I do not feel comfortable returning to Rosohna. At least not in... Not the way things are. Maybe I should return to Isocross again. Just keep to my station up there. There are people that rely on me. And if they do eventually come for me, who would I be to deny them? I am so greatly thankful that you've all shown compassion for me, for what I've done, and for all the things you don't know I've done. I'm scared to think of what more I could have wrought had we not crossed paths. Convinced myself I'd be alone for so much of my life. It's hard to say goodbye when I don't feel alone anymore, but I understand. I understand and accept. Accept what I've done. Maybe I just need some time to think. And I do hope we cross paths again. Sincerely, it will be hard for me to keep you far from my mind.
Oh, you won't be able to. I'm going to send you a message every day.
I would...
Don't
No.
worry, Essek.
No. I would honestly probably welcome it. Even when I'm pooping.
We might be busy for a while, but we don't end up dead. You'll hear from us again soon.
I've literally seen you survive worse. What have you done? This world was so much easier when it was black and white.
But it's so much more beautiful in all the shades of colors.
Thank you, Mighty Nine. I could never return the favor. For what you've done for me. Good luck.
Oh, come.
Yeah.
big
We
group
get
hug.
For a
The
group
old cinnamon roll.
Yeah, yeah.
The Clay family joins in, and he's like, "Oh God."
Weird though, because he's kind of hovering in the middle of the.
The cinnamon roll.
We're just kind of hugging his thighs.
Yeah.
How are you traveling?
Probably the same way that I've traveled with you before. Maybe not to Isocross immediately, but probably by ship. It's safer. Maybe spend some time in Uthadern. I hear the cupcakes are quite good there.
Good black moss cupcakes.
You had a friend there, right?
Rini.
Really?
She's a handful, but I think she'd do you good.
I think I learned how to handle handfuls.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're going to look so good with a flower crown.
What?
She makes great flower crowns.
Just wait.
Yeah.
Maybe there are other
Nah,
places.
don't question it. Just go.
Well, hey, as someone who's been on a penance journey, don't take too long. Because connection is what saves us.
Too long for what?
Beating yourself up over your sins.
I have a long life ahead of me if I'm clever enough. I hope a time comes.
Me too.
Before I can go, I catch him by the arm and draw him in and give him a kiss on the cheek and then pull him into the most empathetic hug I can make him feel. Don't be a stranger. Somewhat hypocritical coming from me, but try to be kind to yourself.
You more than anyone show me that trauma doesn't define you.
Stay safe.
You too, Caleb Widogast. And he lets go and drifts out to the front of the grove. And is gone.
Well,
Will you take take me home?
Tonight.
Take you anywhere you want to go, Beth Renato. Where is home for you now?
I think we're gonna go back to Nicodromus.
Can we visit you when we like?
Always? Yes.
Because it's pretty easy for me now.
I know you're very powerful, very smart.
Wouldn't have been if it weren't for you.
Well, that's not true.
We'll have to get that kid into some books soon. You and me, okay?
Yeah, he's got a lot of training to do. I'll try to teach him as much as I can, but he'll need magic lessons too. So please come and teach.
I hope that's not a joke.
No, it's not at all.
I would like that very much.
Would make a
course.
good teacher.
A what?
Caleb would make a good teacher.
Yes. It's his godfather, yes.
Let's just see if the Empire doesn't implode on us first. Then we can see about that. Anyone want to go to Nicodromus?
One night in Nicodromus?
And then off to the Empire.
One night with Trent Ichthon and Nicodranus.
Ooh, do we haul his ass along? I guess we gotta.
Have to. We have to take him wherever
Can we
go.
take a bunch of pictures with him on the beach?
Weekend at Bernie's.
We can Bernie's him, yeah. Yep.
We don't have anything to put him in, right?
Well,
Can't
I-
put him in
You
the...
can
I
put him
dangle the manacles.
Yeah.
I mean, we could kind of like wrap him up in some blankets and burlap and put him in a cart or a chair or something.
I mean,
I have a
ultimately,
basket.
I can
It's
also.
big enough.
We can leave him in the tower, chained to a pipe while we go enjoy the evening.
Could you polymorph him into a beetle for a while or something?
Can't you put him in your...
I think he would die in
He would die.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bag of holding. Bag of holding.
It's like an extra carry-on bag.
Yeah, exactly. We'll
I
just,
do have a
You
basket
can
big enough.
absolutely do it.
To Ford's point, we'll wrap him in a rug or something.
This is so fun.
Poor
Really
guy.
bad guy.
The cats can feed him his oatmeal in the tower. He'll be fine.
All right.
Nicodranus, then?
Nicodranus.
Bye, Caduceus.
See you soon.
Astrid and Aelwulf just say, are we to meet you in Zidash or are we to meet you in Rexentrum?
Come. Come.
No.
Rexentrum, then. 24 hours.
Very well. Thank you.
Of course.
And Kingsley? Coming?
Oh, I'm coming.
Okay.
You got to see the ocean.
I've got to see a lot of things.
Need a haircut.
All right, hold hands, everyone. Here we go.
Do we want to throw some shit over Trent first?
Yeah.
Where are we teleporting?
In Nicodranus, how about the beach?
Or we could go straight to
Lavish, or I mean,
Beth's home. It's indoors.
yeah.
It's true.
Safer, probably.
I mean, the beach is probably pretty safe as well, but
But we'll be carting around a basket
body.
of Trent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Astrid goes into the side pack.
That's true. He can walk.
he can walk. Kick him in the butt.
Astrid goes into the side pouch of Trent Agathon and pulls out a small fist-sized orb that has like a swirling silver mist on the inside and just takes it.
What is that?
This is how we're getting home.
Ooh. Start digging in his pocket.
Yeah.
No one went and checked what Trent had.
Ooh, I'm gonna dig in his pockets like,
I'll
whoa.
take whatever that ring was. Mine.
Yeah, that ring was dope.
Yeah.
What, did a spell
It's a
ring that is
ring
stuck
of-
on his
ring of
hands
telepathy.
forever?
Oh, no.
Ring of telepathy.
Ring of telepathy. So
I'll
you
just
have,
cut his finger off.
yep, you just have 120 feet range of
Ring of
telepathy.
You're going to cut his finger off?
No.
I will.
He does have a rod of absorption. He which he never had a reaction to use, but has 27 levels left on that. We can go into that some other time.
7 levels?
Of spell levels that it could absorb.
Wow.
Cool.
What?
He was focusing more on counters.
What the fuck?
He also has a ring of warding. That's how he created his little bubble shield.
Oh.
You can write these down. We can go about them some point. They're not pertinent to this. As well as a potion of superior healing that I never got a chance to use. And his boots of flying. Or winged boots, I think they're called. One of the two.
Winged boots.
And they work even after being dispelled?
He also has a mantle of spell resistance.
Oh, nice.
Write that down as well.
Bye, Caduceus, as we like strip boots off of Ikathon.
Yeah, the dispel's impermanent.
Cool.
I'm gonna miss this process.
We can work with that after the game. All right. So you all travel back to Nicodranas for a night of partying and weirdness. We're going to go ahead and start kind of transitioning into the denouement period of this campaign. So, as this narrative epilogue begins to kick off, we're going to be going around and asking you, or you telling me what it is that you still want to attempt to accomplish. It may become quick little roleplay vignettes. It could become a narrative moment with challenges involved or no challenges. You can do it alone. You could ask people to join you. You could ask people if you want to join them. It's your prerogative. But this is the period where we get to begin to visit the little things or big things that have been on the horizon amongst all this chaos that you have the time and the leisure to do. So, is there anything in particular you guys are hoping to accomplish while you're partying in Nicodranas?
I'm gonna buy some better shit and get a haircut, because this is
Easy
terrible.
enough to do, yeah. You go ahead and get yourself pampered and taken care of by some of the finest sculptors of hair.
Get some nice boots.
Yeah.
New things. Get the I don't know, the Justin Bieber that's been going on.
Old Edith catches up to you all and is excited to see that you're back. She misses keeping watch on Luke here and there and is kind of like, are you all going out tonight?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, bye. Yeah.
Well, it's been a long time since I've been out and
Oh.
dancing, and I can still throw a rug and cut it.
Yeah.
Old Edith is going to party with you guys as well.
I'm excited for that, actually.
My grandma.
Oh.
That's great.
I immediately start walking around the house going, Nugget! 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 Come here, boy!
You see appearing before you a nearly full-grown
Dog.
blink dog at this point. It was large, like from ground to shoulder, probably about 3.5, 4 feet.
Damn.
And has all the slobber that's just like dripping from the mouth. And he has, it looks like a really expensive cushion, mostly chewed through in his mouth. Going,
You're so big!
and just licks up your face as the cushion falls out of it. Immediately you hear two of the housekeepers of the lavish chateau come rushing down and be like, "Doug!" There he is. You find one good area and he goes like, and then vanishes.
I'm so glad he's okay.
Awesome.
I will probably, either alone or with company, stroll past the tower to make sure that Yusa has survived his return.
Oh, shit! Yusa!
And towards the night?
Sure.
Okay. So after a bit of drinks and laughter and music and just blowing off this incredible amount of steam that you've all been building up over the period of this final aspect of your evening, you all recall Yusa! And you rush over to Tide Peak Tower. As you approach, you do see up towards the top there is a balcony that has an open window, a domed window, and you can see a warm light from within. So it would seem at least somebody's home and the lights are on. Eventually, you knock on the door, and there you see Wensforth, who is eager.
Of course, of course. I imagine you're here to see the master.
Yeah.
Come, come. You'll be eager to say hello.
Leads you upstairs into the kind of was once the workshop. It seems to have been rearranged in the recent week or so to be a little more comfortable. There's been some new furniture added, some new colors have changed, and you see Yusa is currently sitting in this large, comfortable chair with a small chalice to the side and is reading through a book. And as soon as the footsteps begin making their way up these steps, I was waiting for it, closes the book and stands up and turns. Friends, I was hoping you were going to make your way here. So, you did it.
We are here. We did it.
There is for the first time since you've really gotten to see Yusa, an expression of absolute elation come over him. It's this almost like a expanding of the chest and at the same time a release to the body. Well then, 'tis a celebration. Goes and takes his chalice and holds it and cheers and drinks from it. And as he begins to drink, he kind of makes a motion with his finger, and you watch his bottles begin to just off the shelf.
Sweet.
Drifting their way one by one as they've mange hands down to a display in which you all have drinks poured and a cheers is made. After some time catching up, Yusa. It's not that I didn't believe you with what you told me you were up against. I just needed to see it for myself. It's one of the great weaknesses of the powerful and curious. I'm sorry that I put you in any additional danger, but I'm so very thankful that you found me.
It all turned out in the end, right?
You've been an incredible ally to us. You've saved our skins more than a few times.
Yeah, sorry for kind of bringing all this trouble to your door and, stealing your teleportation forks.
Yeah, we got
taking your scrolls and,
Oh, I took this blast scepter as well, I think.
Yeah.
Ah.
There.
Thank you very much. So, the Mighty Nine, a group of heroic knuckleheads who traveled beyond the realms and destroyed an apocalyptic living city in the Astral Sea. And no one is the wiser.
The happiest of accidents.
Yeah.
That's my shame.
Yeah.
Interesting topic of conversation between colleagues, though.
Which colleagues?
Well, you've met some of my friends already. In fact, I believe you owe a few items
Yeah.
that you were lent.
I had intended to return it in person. Are you suggesting that you could do that for us?
I could, but you can do it in person as well. What I'm saying is, maybe there won't be celebration in the streets. Not anytime soon. But don't think your deeds will go unnoticed by those who matter.
It's a small consolation, I suppose.
Yeah.
You may be surprised the friends you and fans you might make across Exandria when word gets around of what you've accomplished.
Ooh.
I mean, we're just a humble group of adventurers. It's not why we're doing this,
Who's this one, by the way? I don't think we've met.
Oh,
I'm just visiting. It's really just pretend I'm not here.
it's
the newest-
complicated.
Newest member of the band.
Welcome. And my name is Yusa Arenis. This is my tower. And you are?
I'm Kingsley, and you are very rich. This has been a bit intimidating.
Oh, smoke and mirrors.
This is very nice.
Well,
get used to it.
Stay as long as you like. The drinks are on me. Come, there is much to celebrate. As Yusa offers and guides you through a night of celebration within his tower, or if you would like to try and convince him to join you for a continued night on the town outside of it, that is your call. But
I attempt to ask for the sphere back. I would very
Not a surprise at this point.
That's great.
to do much of the same homework that you have done. And I don't need to keep it forever. I just want to learn more. I don't even want to go in it.
how about this?
Yes.
We can study it in tandem.
Pass it back and forth.
You can come here to study. After all, to properly do so, you require a facility.
That is true. I merely want access. I don't want to take it away from you. We can look at it together, compare notes.
Very well.
All right.
Plus, there's an excellent fish market across the street.
It's true.
I've been there. It's quite good.
Yeah, strong smell.
Great tacos.
Indeed. No. Then we have an accord. Good.
Excellent. Well,
As the night carries on,
As we leave there, I'm just going to thank Wenceforth for all of his help and give him a nice kiss on the cheek.
Oh, I said.
We barged in on you many times, and it was very rude. So
That's all right.
here, take a Celebone. Good.
Thank you. That's very, very nice.
You're a good goblin.
You're a good halfling.
Beth, are you trying to sneak out?
No, I'm just saying goodbye to the Gobby.
On that note, I am going to try to sneak out. Ask Ford if he wants to sneak out.
Yeah.
Come on, I want to show you something.
Okay.
I'm going to take him across town. It's down the street from the Lava Chateau.
It's where I used to sneak out to when I lived here.
And I'm going to climb up to the top of a water tower.
Come on, come on, come
Okay. We're not going to get in trouble, are we?
on. No.
I don't. I don't.
I'd like you both to roll stealth checks for me, please.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him the blessing of the trickster.
Thank you. What does that mean?
With advantage on it.
Good. Better. 17.
15.
Is it?
15.
15? You feel pretty confident you weren't followed necessarily,
Okay.
or at least noticed. So
You. Look. You have to see the moon from up here.
I'm going to take him to the top of the water tower. This is where I used to come when, I lived here and I didn't really have any friends, and I would dream about leaving the city. I would look out on the ocean and think about all the places I could go.
Did you ever scratch your name or doodle anything up here?
Oh, yeah. And all on the other side, there's like a whole bunch of dick drawings.
Shit.
and-
You can see the evolution of the dick.
Yeah.
It becomes more refined with time.
Thanks. I wonder if I was ever sitting up here and saw your ship go by without even knowing.
I bet. Speaking of, I think I want to check in on Bandrin.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I knew we were going to be successful and victorious and totally coming back, but I know that he's happy and well, but I have to close that chapter. would you come with me?
Of course.
I don't know if being on the sea is of any interest to you, or if you want to stay in Nicodranus because you can now, and I would totally understand. That is my favorite place to be. I love it out there. And I feel like there's so much that we could see and share, and besides, fucking Darktoe is out there and we spent less than 1 day on it. That can't stand.
That's true. That's true. I would love to go out there with you. I would love to meet Vandrin.
We could make this our port.
Old Nicodranus.
Yeah. I mean, Damali was, I have some stuff I want to tie up there at some point, but this city really is beautiful.
I agree. There's always a home for us here.
With your mom?
I mean, it's free room and board, somewhere to stay.
Or, I mean, I don't know, maybe we could get our own place. I mean, only because sharing the financial burden would be a smart move in these post-Aeorian times. Just think about it. You don't have to answer now.
I mean...
don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. No, don't say anything. I cast Modify Memory. I don't have it. Maybe just...
Yes. That sounds like a really wonderful idea.
Cool.
I'm really glad that everything happened the way it did.
Yeah. Me too.
We're snuggling.
There's a lot of bird shit up here now, though.
Oh, well, come on. Just...
It's fine. No, it's fine. I'm just saying.
Don't worry about the bird shit.
We watch the moon.
All right. You can just barely see off on the distance the outline on the night sea, the edge of the port, the outline of the 9 heroes boat in dock. So, unless anybody else has something they want to do here in Nicodranus for the night to finish it out, who would like to be the first? Begin to take the next step.
As the night draws to a close, I'll just say my goodbyes to everyone, because I suppose you'll leave in the morning? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't trust Astrid and Eodwulf.
Well, good luck. I'm sure you'll all do great and clear our names and everything. It's been wonderful spending time with all of you. I know I'll see you again. I hope I'll see you guys, if you'll come visit. Ford, either way. I love you, buddy.
You too.
Yeah. Jester, when you come back, I'd like can you tattoo me at some point? One tattoo of Luke. Like, not a picture. I think that's too hard for you. No offense.
How?
Well, I mean, maybe. I'm worried that, it'll be a little...
I'll practice tattooing, okay?
Okay,
yeah,
do some
portrait of a
practice.
tattoo can turn out
But it
real
could
bad.
just be a word, too. That's fine.
Just of Luke.
Not a full back of Luke's
Yeah.
face.
Yeah, I just don't want it to be like...
I can't draw him really well.
I know,
But
but...
here, no, actually, I had
Renaissance
something I wanted to
restoration.
give to you.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to pull out I'm gonna pull out a painting that I've been working on at Caduceus's cemetery. It's a painting of your family.
Oh,
That you can hang above your fireplace, you know?
oh, that's so nice.
It's really good. Is it really good? It's really good, right?
Make a d20 check and add your dexterity or performance. Your call.
Hold on, let me look at what I got. This is dexterity. Oh no, what if it sucks? I swear she's a good artist. I think. We'll find out.
It's abstract if it sucks.
Such an interesting approach.
Yeah.
It's 15.
15. It's pretty good.
Hey, this is pretty good. Wow. It's really good.
I've been practicing.
Yes. I like the shadows are nice.
Thanks.
The proportions are right. Thank
You know, I didn't used to paint people mostly. I would paint objects.
Of course.
You know.
Oh, and I'll have fun hunting for any hidden features that might be
There are definitely some.
good.
Yeah.
It's not like magic paint. It's not going to come alive and terrify us at night or anything. Okay, cool,
Just
cool, cool,
regular
cool.
paint.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. But it is like one of those magic paintings where if you stare at it long enough and cross your eyes,
can
you'll
see
see
the space
something
shuttle.
else.
Yeah. Well, we'll see each other again. And I'll just sort of excuse myself and just pull Caleb aside and just, you know, we've traveled a long road together, you and me. And I don't know what to say. I'm so proud of you, you know. When we met, we were, you know, in jail. And
Lowest.
yeah, and also sort of trapped in our own funks of, you know, me and my body and you and your guilt. But you helped me, and I'll always be grateful. And I'd like to think that we helped you. I tried. We all tried our best to help you out of...
He just scoops her up and stands, lifting her, and gives her the biggest, strongest hug that he's able to with his measly strength. and says, "You are my best friend in this world. You found me at my lowest. And now we are here. You did that. Veth the Brave."
We did it together, and because this is the end of a chapter, if I may, I'd like to make a wish. I'd like you to finally step out of the cell that you're in. You've been trapped by your past for so long. And, you know, we all tried to help you out of it, but there's some locks that even I can't pick, but you can. If you take the step and walk away from everything that you regret and all your sins and realize how good a person you are and how much you matter to everyone around you, you can have an amazing life. The past made you who you are, but it doesn't control you. Because of it, you brought us together. And because of it, we had this amazing journey together. So, yes, you've convinced me I'm brave, but you are mighty. And you should go forth and be happy.
You and the 9 got me to the door. Now I have to walk through it. I will.
I'll
Soon.
watch.
Soon.
Good luck.
I will take your halfling luck.
I don't need it.
It's true.
I'll give him a kiss on his arm and a kiss on his chin. Well, get going.
I'll see you again
I know.
very soon. Okay. He kind of shakes as he walks away.
Chaos Crew.
Chaos Crew.
You three are doing different things.
Yeah, screw.
Sync up on that messaging.
Whatever way you want it to be.
All right.
Okay. As the night begins to draw to a close and you all begin to find yourselves preparing for an evening's rest, you, Kingsley, kind of enjoying this new experience that is drunkenness that you swear you've heard so much about.
Captain, sir, Captain. Sir.
Aye, ahoy. Yep.
I heard you talking to Joy Buzzer. What's her name?
Jester?
Jester.
Oh, yes. Joy Buzzer. Gotta remember that one.
I like it.
Shocking and comical. You have a ship?
We do have a ship.
So, quick confession. For most of my life, I've wanted to be a pirate.
Most of your life.
Since I heard you had a ship. Right. So, I don't know if you need crew or something like that, or otherwise. I could learn, obviously. I think I can learn. Probably learn. But Captain Kingsley, I mean, not right away.
We'll work on the positions.
Oh, I'm willing to work, but
Have you any experience?
yes,
Have you courage?
probably. Don't hit me.
Be on me crew.
Oh, that'll do.
Of course, we'd love to have you.
I'll give you a tattoo. You can be a real member.
Yeah, you have to bleed to get on the ship.
Oh, that shouldn't be a problem. Clearly have no problem with that.
Clearly.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to the future. And I hope I deserve to woken up surrounded by such people.
I'm excited for you. A lot of stuff can happen out there.
Ooh, I think you're gonna really like Darktail.
Yeah. You might actually need a pirate name.
I mean, Kingsley Tea Leaf has a great ring to it, but sure.
Kingsley the Cutthroat.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll work on
Pirate
it.
King?
The Pirate King. Woo!
Immediate disappointment.
I'm not the name person around here, you know. But I really like this idea for you.
Tea Leaf Kingsley.
It's at this moment, Kingsley, that you get rocked hard on the shoulder by a group of other somewhat drunken individuals that are just kind of pushing through the streets of Decadronus. After the impact, he turns around and is like, "Who the fuck?" Zenny, Aviz. And you go,
Is it the bandits?
Oh, Jesus.
"We are so sorry.
The bandit?
We are so sorry.
Serious?
We had no..." And they just go running.
You have a lot of nerve coming back here after what you've done. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Gonna make a great pirate. Are you kidding me? That was excellent. I need to get you a cutlass.
I don't know. I got some ideas.
Pirate with a whip.
I don't know. I've got something in my head.
How imminent is this plan? Are you guys still planning on coming to Rexentrum with us? We're in Nicodranus. I've had a lot of
Yes,
drink.
I mean, that's the security threat of all security threats. But once you've made your deposit, you two are the brains and the books, and that
Yeah.
might be it.
Once that's taken care of and I can let my mom know she can go home.
Yeah.
That's pretty major.
I don't mind tanking this legal battle. I think it's going to be a little bit long and drawn out for a little bit.
All right.
Courtrooms are boring.
Yeah, maybe just escort us back, spend a few days, and then we'll take it from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I can stay and get the ship ready if you need.
Oh God, do we have crew here with the boat?
Oh, Orly
Yeah, we
should
have
still
Orly
be
and
with
everything?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah, well, I'll write him up a letter to take to port to send to Orly with an introduction.
think
I'll send a
Marius-
message to Orly.
Mm-hmm.
Orly! It's me. There's a purple guy coming to join the crew. His name is Kingsley the Cutthroat. Make him feel at home. And we're also gonna join you.
I was sleeping.
Oh yeah, it's like 3 a.m.
Yeah,
Shit.
But I can't deny the joy of hearing your voice, Mister. I'll be keeping an eye out.
I love Orly.
Oh, he's the best.
Okay.
So you're staying here?
I mean, I think so. I've got to get started on whatever this is. And I mean, I thank you all, really, for my life. But I figure I better get to using it. And Angel, Yasha.
Yeah.
Not now, but in the future. I'd like to hear about your friend later, once I know me better.
I would love that.
Thank you.
It's nice to have you back.
It's nice to be
You-
here.
You know what I mean.
I do.
I'll see you around.
I'll see you around.
Kingsley.
Yeah, scribbles.
Scribbles, that's great. You know, I'm the captain's first mate. So, it's gonna take you a while before you can get to, my status, but I think in my stead, just treat him with respect, okay? He's earned every single bit of it. Do what the captain tells you, okay?
Oh, of course. Of course. Of course.
And here, on that note, I reach in and I grab my first diary. That's the full transcript to all of my reflections of when I was with Molly, when we were with Molly. When you're ready, I'll look at it now, but this might inform you a little bit on who he was.
It'll be a while, but I'll take it.
And I apologize for any insults or terrible things that I might have written in there a little snarky, especially back then. We butted heads a lot.
Happy to keep reminding you it wasn't. I don't remember any of that. And
Yeah.
very little to do
Yeah.
with me.
No, it's good.
All right. Thank you.
Just hand him the book.
See you soon.
See you soon. Start getting things ready.
So long, circus man.
Magic Man. Looking good. Give him a little slap on the shoulder and quick one on the butt and make my way out.
Caleb enjoys it.
Perfect. Okay. As you begin to gather your things in the ensuing day, eventually you make your way to arriving at Rexentrum, carrying Master Trent Ickathon, one of the top members of the Cerberus Assembly, in shackles and dick drawings.
You can't see the dick drawings. They're hidden.
He
between
knows.
Oh, just he
his
knows?
hands. He just
That's all he.
there.
It's just his little secret.
Some little, little
It's his. It's his.
Little
Sitting on a
secret.
secret.
It's his to Jazzle.
Yeah.
All right. And you bring him and your information to. Oh,
Honey, I'm home.
the Rexentrum Archive.
Yeah.
All right. Quickly enough, the various archivists assemble and call forth the High Curator, that's what it is, Udalaphon, as they go ahead and meet you in the familiar chamber where you've had previous conversations. He goes, right. Welcome. Expositor Beauregard. You requested my presence.
I've learned magic on my trip. Do you want to see?
Of course.
And I just opened the basket that we got from Caduceus that we put Trent in. Abracadabra! Ta-da!
Jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
What have you done?
Let's talk.
And you do. And you inform Udalaphon extensively of the corruption that you've uncovered, both within the Cerberus Assembly and within your experiences specifically with Trent Ickathon, detailing your story. And along with it, the written tales of Astrid and Adolf. Udalaphon spends the majority of this time stunned. And then the stunned turns into tension, which then turns into focus. And you can see the look of an individual who is very, very keen on rooting out such terrible people. The initial shock and surprise of Trent Ickathon's reveal turns into an extremely cold connection as Udalaphon looks to Trent. Master Ickathon, I, the High Curator, find you in severe contempt of Imperial law. While I cannot judge you independently, the full weight of the library of the Cobalt Soul will stand to see you tried for all the terrible things you have wrought. Your tale will be marred and burned. and the rest of your days will be spent in a hole. I can guarantee it. Their intensity fades back to the controlled motions. Barakan, you've done well.
Where's all of us?
Indeed. But would you all also say that this mind before you, this expositor, was responsible for putting these threads together?
Yeah, it was all her.
I don't think it could have happened without her.
Yeah.
Scribbles.
She's kind of a genius.
So we are learning. And thank you.
Been connecting the dots ever since we met her.
And thank you. Do you prefer Bren or Caleb?
What you will.
Thank you, Caleb, for lending your experience to what will be a very damning account.
If the cycle can be broken, then it will have been worth it.
With luck, this is just the beginning.
And with a little bit of misfortune, I think it is. I'm ready for it, though.
And there's much work to be done, Expositor. It'll be hard. It'll be dangerous. It will be grueling and disappointing at times. But if you prevail, if we prevail, then perhaps we can give hope to those who cannot protect themselves from such tyranny.
I'm ready.
Very well. In the following days, clandestine meetings are beginning to be held within the Library of the Cobalt Soul. As other expositors and archivists trusted beneath Udalafan to begin the slow process, the careful process of developing a new crew of investigators, specifically to eventually undermine and dismantle the Cerberus Assembly.
If we need any subcontractors, I know a good detective agency.
Very good. Perhaps we will be in touch in the future.
I think with time, Caleb would also push. This is probably already wrapped up in what you said, but for the dismantling of the Volstracker and the hopes of advising and establishing something new, something better. Wardens instead of judge, jury, and executioner.
That might be something you need to take up with the Martinet.
That's a bit of a sticky wicket.
Well, he's going to be made aware of this very soon. Would you prefer us to be the ones to break the news?
Come what may.
Very well.
Udala, can you offer us protection in this time? Specifically, those members who are not here, who might suddenly have a target painted on their backs.
Anyone
Even if
who
it's
is
unknown.
Anyone within this account, specifically?
Yes.
I'll ask around. It should be able to be done.
Thank you.
And with that, the task force is begun.
Task force.
Trent Ickathon is then presented by the full force of the Library of the Cobalt Soul before the Crown and King Dwendal. He is shown for all the terrible things that he has done. No word publicly comes of what his punishment was, but privately, you know that he sits in the deepest of darkest dungeon in Rexentrim, unable to talk or move his hands, force-fed and left to think. And think. And think. Shortly thereafter,
Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Take that.
shortly thereafter, you are met by the Martinet, Ludinus Deleth, who approaches you specifically, Caleb. Caleb Udogast. It has been spoken of in Imperial circles that you were largely responsible for uprooting and deposing Master Trent Ickathon. Is this true?
I cannot claim the credit on my own.
You were once a protege of his, and was to be trained as a Volstrekker, then of your own accord, after a brief stay in a sanitarium, managed to get involved in quite a few things, and, to be quite frank, proved to be a sufficient, if not exceptional, crafter of the arcane arts. Is this true?
To a degree.
Are you not partially responsible for the current peace we now see between the Empire and the Kryn dynasty?
That is true. Myself and the Mighty Nine, the other 8, and I. Yes.
There is a vacancy now within the Assembly. We have need of a proven, capable wizard to take up the Master's mantle and join our ranks. Individual of prominence, who's making a name of themselves, who has proven to be useful to the Empire and loyal to the ideals of the Crown. I'm extending to you the opportunity to become one of us.
Oh my. What a flattering proposition. I do, unfortunately, have several other things on my plate, and must regretfully pass on your offer. Good luck filling the vacancy, Martinet.
A shame. And he leaves.
See you soon.
He stops. Continues walking. Stop at a few weeks before you hear word of the newly inducted member of the Cerberus Assembly. A familiar name. Master Astrid Beck.
Yep.
Following in the footsteps of her previous mentor. The first Volstrucker to rise above her ranks and bring a different kind of capability to the 8. Beauregard. Within a few weeks, you are called to Zadash to preside within the King's Hall under the judgment of Lawmaster Orentha Stonegrasp, overseen by the High Richter Dolan Thryme.
I go where you go, baby.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you.
The High Richter Dolan Thryme recognizes you upon arrival and greets you. You recognize Dolan as the individual who him and his husband Horace.
Yeah, we helped
aided.
him escape the city.
The event is also attended by the High Curator Loman Ture of the Zadash Archive of the Cobalt Soul, as well as the High Curator Yudala Fan. Expositor Dyron is the primary prosecutor on the behalf of the Library of the Cobalt Soul. Horace is also present. It takes not but a couple of days. The arguments are damning. When it eventually comes to your time to speak, there isn't an unclenched, angry fist in the house. Your father is brought to speak on the stand. And try as he might to defend his actions and the morality that he wishes to uphold and the reasoning, the good for his daughter. You can't help but notice the shift in the power dynamic between the wealthy and respected Lionett family owner and the extremely respected expositor Beauregard Lionett. Your father sees a brief stint of jail time, as well as some fines.
As he walks out of the courtroom after being tried, he's being escorted out. I pop off my expositor badge and just palm it in his hand as he's walking out. Give this to TJ for me.
Beauregard,
And then I just turn away.
He just kind of clutches it and is taken away. Until eventually, at the end of the trial, the words that reach your ears, with trepidation and elation. Adan Zenoth is found guilty of bribery and corruption, kidnapping and conspiracy under the laws of the Crown and the Library of the Cobalt Soul. His granted estate is forfeited to the library. He is to be jailed within the Umber Dungeon of Zadash for a minimum of 35 years. And he is barred from holding any office or position of management within Imperial lands for the remainder of his days.
How do you feel?
It's so strange to hear it spoken. Like it's suddenly real.
It's very real. I'm so proud of you. You're so strong. And you're so brave.
Is this what it feels like to be broken free of your mind being controlled?
Yeah.
Just give her a big kiss and just pull her in.
Jester. In the time that you are getting ready in the morning to leave on your ship and making your path. Damn it, I was hoping to avoid it.
Path on my way.
Hate you all. Through the streets as you head towards the dock, and you can see the flags and sails of the 9 heroes blasting in the wind, the bright daylight, and the somewhat cloudless horizon before you, the ocean waves crashing on the rocks below. You can't help but smile. And you feel a tug at your arm from the nearby alley. You glance over, and you see there, also billowing in the wind, the green cloak the hood half pulled back as the large orange mane of Artagan the Traveler holds your arm. Goes, certainly been a very interesting journey, hasn't it?
It has. We saw a lot of shit.
No joke. It's so strange. Classically, mortal life is so brief and dull and spoken of from the perspective of my folk for ages as toys. Why are you so different? It makes no sense. Really. It's frustrating. I just wanted to say I'm sorry I couldn't be the god you wanted me to be.
I never wanted you to be a god.
You wanted me to be a savior.
I wanted you to be my friend. And you were.
Yes, I was.
I also wanted you to teach me how to do really cool shit and do cool shit and give me cool shit. And I gave you cool shit.
Yes? Did I?
You really did.
Right, okay.
You really do.
No, I did all right.
You
I'm not
really
too
do.
bad.
Wait,
No,
why
no,
are we?
really
Wait a
go
minute.
on.
Wait. Stop. Why are you talking about it like it's in past tense? We're getting ready to get on this boat.
Yes?
What you doing?
Nothing. I consider you a close friend, and we haven't spoken in a bit. Things have been crazy. I'm feeling that wanderlust again.
Yeah?
It's hard to explain, but it's not boredom. It's just... You know when you eat the same meal over and over again? And
Yeah.
eventually you're just like, I just want anything but this.
Yeah, it's
not that
like
it's
so good, but at the same time you're like, oh, I'm so sick of this flavor.
It's a delicious meal, but
Yeah.
eventually you just want to change it up a bit.
Am I the meal?
No, not that analogy was extremely offensive. I apologize. But no, I don't know. Our experience on Rumblecusp kind of shook something in me, and I'm just considering what other unique ventures out there could use the attention of someone like me. That doesn't mean I'm going anywhere.
Okay.
I mean, and he kind of lifts his finger a bit, and you hear the on your shoulder. Sprinkle isn't going anywhere. Trust me, you can certainly try. He'll be there the next day.
Got me.
I'll always be around and eager for an adventure or two with you, or the chance to deface sacred places together.
You still haven't shown me the Fey Realm.
That's true.
I want to go there so bad.
Well, I will say it. It's very hard to come back after that. So at least come to me when you're supremely bored of this place, and then I'll show it to you, because then you come back and go, oh, look, yes, it's as I remember.
Okay.
But, I also want you to know. It feels good to be looked up to from you. I've selfishly enjoyed you calling my names in times of challenge or sadness. The dependency was, well, filling to a degree. But it's also unfair to you. You don't need me. You never did.
Kinda did.
No, you've proven that. Look how strong you are. I better give you a push here and there. Lent you some of my power, but all the rest is you. Your friends are your strength. Your captain is your strength. I'm just here to kick along and support when I can on occasion, but I just might not be around as much.
You know, it's so weird, Artie. Like it makes me really sad to think about. But it also feels kind of good. Does that make sense?
No, but few things do. And I like it that way.
Yeah.
What do you want? Just a little.
I still want adventure. I want to see everything.
Good. Stop at that boat? I know this has been a unique closure to a few crazy recent endeavors, but I don't know. It's also kind of a beginning. Well, I'll
I'm
let
gonna
you
give
be.
you a hug.
Goes in and takes the hug.
I go to give him a kiss.
He gives
And
you.
I bite him on the nose.
There you go. I'll be keeping an eye.
Okay.
For our next venture, who knows? There is still so much of Exandria to fuck with. Go.
Okay.
It's probably waiting for you.
Let me take off running.
Okay. Now on the ship, where do you go?
Well, with Kingsley and Jester and Orley and our crew, we'll make our way for the. Make our way to the Isle of Bisaft
Alrighty.
that we saw in the scry.
You sail a bit on the ocean, and for you, it's even more than peace now, because you don't just belong; you feel connected with it in a way you never did before. When you stand at the bow of that ship and overlook the waters, you feel the waters, and you feel her with you. The Wild Mother's grace guiding you, looking over you. It's a comfort and a strength that still is in some ways new, but an exciting foundation to continue to build upon. There are nights where you look up in the stars and you can swear you can see her face looking down upon you on your journeys. Every storm that comes by, it seems the worst never meets your ship. It's an odd comfort. And then eventually, you come upon Bisaft Isle, specifically one of the smaller ones where you recall Vandrin had taken root. Some travel in the jungle. A day and a half later, eventually you find the familiar shack that you had seen, where on the porch, a single driftwood chair sits. And upon that chair, a thin, gray-haired older man with a small cup of some awful coffee, probably, and a book.
I grab Ford's hand. Do you want me to stay back here? Okay. I'll be just over here if you need me.
Okay.
Okay.
Love you. Do you remember me?
I do, boy. What brings you here?
I came to find you.
Why?
I don't know, a sense of, duty? To thank you? Maybe a little bit of guilt. I found my way to shore after that night, and it never occurred to me for so long that you might have survived or made it here, and, I have so many questions.
Puts his book down, stands up. You remember this big, broad man, this imposing figure at the docks. This man's a little thinner, weathered, but softer in the face, though it is more sun-weathered and wrinkled than it was. And he smiles.
Well, I think I got some questions myself. Let's pray we both got answers, huh?
How are you?
Best I've been in a while. I mean, ain't nothing to bother you here but the birds and the shitty monkeys.
And you're content here on this island. You survive. I'd say thrive, but...
I'm healthy, what?
No judgment, none. You should know our lessons. The sword has, well, it served me well, and I'll summon the Star Razor. I have fought many with this blade. I fought alongside those who have wielded theirs better than mine. I've never forgotten what you taught me. Make it disappear.
I'm glad you found a better blade than I did.
I have to know. How did you come across this? And I'll use minor image to summon the cloven crystal and have it hover above my hand.
You see him kind of take a step back and go,
So we're taking my curse didn't die with me.
No.
and he begins to tell you about his past. Originally from a town called Stilben, to the west of here, in Taldore. He eventually became a smuggler, and then joined the revelry, and was a known captain there for a bit. He eventually began to build a romance with his bosun, another up-and-coming smuggler by the name of Avantika. They ended up having a quarrel with another member of the revelry who had acquired this crystal and had an accident. Vandrin took the crystal and then began to become beset with dreams, dark offerings, which he eagerly accepted. These abilities allowed him to better build his rank on the island of Darktow and the waters that the revelry laid claim to. And he began to share these secrets with his partner in bosun, Avantika. But eventually he began, as they traveled together, plotting to release this patron, found himself disbelieving in these promises, beginning to find fallacies, and feeling more like a puppet than an entrusted herald. And he just began to grow tired. When he began to show a wavering resolve, his partner Avantika attempted to sacrifice him. And that's the first time you hear the name Uk'otoa. He managed to escape and laid low in Port Damali, rebuilt a new life. He sold off the cloven crystal he had at auction and used that money to purchase the Tide's Breath. He didn't care at that point. He just wanted to be done with it. But try as he might, he could not rid himself of that cursed sword and the visions. He still borrowed from that dark power time to time to keep himself safe, to fight off those who would still hunt him and seek him down, and to keep his affairs in order. And he took you and Sabian in. With you in particular, he felt a kinship that he wasn't expecting. A paternal urge to protect. Guide you away from his path. And he thought he had failed with the ship's destruction. He thought you had died. And he had failed yet again. But maybe at least in that, the cycle of violence would end.
Would it shock you to know that Sabian lives?
Not really. He was a coward and a survivor. Those folks seem to be harder to crush than a cockroach.
You had high standing on Docto?
It was a long time ago. And not like extremely high, but I had my own ship.
We may have some unfinished business there. We had our own Docto experience. It lasted less than 24 hours and involved exploding a ship and nearly being executed by the Plank King. But you know, normal shit.
Okay.
I too still have these powers, and it seems despite your best efforts, your curse is now mine, and I'll make myself look like Avantika, and then Sabian, and then back to myself. You should know that I have thought about you every day since that night. The life I had before working with you was it's one I don't care to recall. And you showed me kindness and love and honor. And it meant the world to me. It fills my heart with joy to see you here, pleased, at peace. I suppose my last question is it your desire to stay here? We do, I'll point towards Jester. We have a ship.
I sent you a message. This is my voice. You probably heard my voice before.
All makes sense now. A pleasure to meet you in person.
You too.
She's wonderful.
She's a handful.
Yes.
She's perfect for you.
Would you want to come with us? I can't guarantee that we won't go to Docto, and I can't guarantee that we won't try and kill Sabian, and I can't guarantee that we won't try and unseat the Plank King. But if your adventuring days aren't done, there's a spot for you. And if they are, that's fine as well. You can also change your mind at any time. But I just want you to know that as my captain, you will always have a seat on my ship.
Make a persuasion check.
15.
15?
$17.
17?
17. 12 plus 5.
That makes a difference. My sailing days are over, Ford. I ain't a captain of any ship anymore. Don't want to be. Life here is nice and slow. I take it at my own pace. I don't want to swab a deck. I don't want to hoist a sail. Maybe I could go on a trip or two, in case you need repairs or some fine cooking.
We do have a pretty lax stowaway policy.
For a time. I'm not a man for long lengths at sea anymore, but wouldn't hurt to catch up proper.
I would really like that.
Well, just give me a moment to pack my things.
Take all the time you need.
And he begins to gather the elements of his shed and the things that he needs to kind of keep himself going. As he walks with you back to the Nine Heroes ship, when Jester and is at an earshot, he walks shoulder to shoulder to you and leans in and goes, "You know that power, it'll eat you in time. Okoto is a hungry beast.
I believe you. We'll have to do something about that.
Maybe. But for now, we got some sailing to do.
Indeed. The 9 Heroes await.
That's a big ship.
Yes, it is.
It's a sparse crew. What have I gotten myself into?
And he steps on board.
You have no idea.
So, what's your favorite part of the book?
Oh, no.
Like,
Okay. Yasha, what would you like to do?
Bo,
Yes, my love.
where would you like to go from here?
You mean after wrapping up all of this business with the Empire, or right now?
I think after all this is over with the Empire, I mean, I'm a bit tired.
Yeah, I feel that.
I feel, I don't know, sometimes I think of just getting a place with you somewhere and gardening and making you food for when you come home from work. My expositor.
Are you wanting to be my housewife, Yasha?
I mean, I think I would look pretty good in an apron.
I think you would look fantastic in an apron, especially if you weren't wearing anything under it.
Well, that's the only way you wear an apron.
So, I mean, I couldn't agree more.
I never want to hold you back from anything. I want to be here to support you in everything that you do. I basically want to be your Yeza, you know. There are some things that I would like to do. Maybe before that happens.
I'm here to support you like you support me.
I'm a little curious about, my past and things. Sometimes I wonder if I just want to leave that in the past. But I kind of want to drop this book off.
I think that would be lovely. It's strange, as I feel like I've never known anyone deeper than I know you. And at the same time, I feel like there's still so much more to learn. A lifetime to learn. And I am so excited to explore every bit of you in multiple layers.
Same.
Your past doesn't scare me.
Are you sure?
It only makes you beautiful. I support this. You figuring out where you came from. Getting closure. Saying your goodbyes. And if you need time on your own, know that I'm not going anywhere. But if you'll have me, I mean, there's still a lot of Xhorhas that I'd like to see.
I will have you and then some.
Hot.
Cool. Maybe we should take a little journey to Xhorhas then.
Okay. Well, we've got like 2 weeks of paperwork that they've got to file at the Cobalt Reserve at this point. They don't really need me right now, so.
Okay.
A lot of bureaucracy in the meantime, and they know that that's not my strong suit.
All right. We'll make it quick. I'll have you back in time. I don't know why my nose is running. You know, it's not like this is emotional at all.
All right. You two trek together eastward, beyond the Ashkeeper Peaks, back into the broken wastelands of Xhorhas, until eventually the familiar Iothia moorlands. Eventually, you leading to one of the numerous favored spots of the Dolorab tribe's intended locations to set up in an encampment for a period. You find a group of temporary structures of hides and timber, evoking an almost Scandinavian aesthetic in the construct. As you begin to get close, one of the sentinels on horseback, spear at the ready, shield at the side, rides up and shouts, "Who goes there?"
Yes,
And with a look of recognition, turns around and rides back, shouting, "Orphan Maker! The Orphan Maker!"
I don't know if this is a good thing that they recognize me, but,
I just grip my staff just a little bit, just in case.
Okay. You begin to hear the sound of numerous horse hooves and soldiers on foot, as all manner of warriors of the Dollarop tribe begin to rise to greet you with weapons at the ready and tension. They draw a defensive line before eventually they part. And you see one soldier standing there, adorned in incredible hides and spiked armor. A figure you knew as Jadek, one of the marked warriors that was older than you, but seems to be wearing the attire of the Sky Spear. The Orphan Maker returns. Let our vengeance be swift. And you hear all at once the war cries as they begin rushing forward.
Is this about to get real fun?
I think so.
What do you do, Yasha?
Boy, oh boy, I wasn't quite expecting this. Okay. Go with me on this, all right?
Okay.
I'm going to kneel. And I am going to bamf out my wings.
Okay.
Kneel, follow her lead.
You kneel down into the still slick mud, rain falling around you. Your wings outward, folded slightly. And you hear the sound, the thumping, the beating of feet and hoof getting louder and louder as your gaze meets the mud. Through the cold rain air, another smell begins to creep in. It smells like an odd fire. Not smoke, but electric. And right as the first wave of horses are about to reach you, a bolt of lightning strikes from the sky like a hammer, sending dirt and mud flying upward in all directions. Horses immediately rear up, and the charge of 30 warriors begins to stop, canter, and turn. There's now this groove marked in the ground. The assault has stopped. The energy continues through you.
If I was holding Bo's hand, I let go.
At this point, the spears go up. The Sky Spear comes forward once more, stepping off her horse. What is this devilry, Orphan Maker?
I don't quite know how to explain it, but, I am not here to hurt any of you. I just want to know where you buried her, and I will leave you alone.
They all look around at each other. Make a persuasion check. I'll say with advantage because the lightning bolt was fucking intimidating.
Yeah.
Just a bit.
Persuasion. Oh, that's actually not that bad. Okay. 17. I rolled a 19.
The new Sky Spear raises a hand, lowers it, and steps forward and approaches, still keeping a distance beyond the now heavy gap in the ground where the bolt struck. Jedek looks to you and goes,
She was buried along the southern banks of the Seepfeed River to the north. Nothing was left to mark it.
Thank you for giving her a proper burial.
You can see that conflict internally of the importance of strength and station, and a morose acknowledgement, like I wish things weren't the way they were. And you will let this sky spear live at least?
Yes.
Then go. And don't come back. She turns, and slowly, one by one, the other soldiers begin to turn their horses and cautiously return to their encampment.
Holy shit, did you murder the leader of your tribe?
She probably did.
Oh, fuck, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's kind of how it goes.
Fuck, why aren't you like the new Sky Spear?
That wasn't for me.
Oh, yeah.
I think
She seems a bit, stodgy, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty strict.
Sure.
Which I was super into it back then, but things are quite different now.
Yeah.
Shall we go see if we can find an unmarked grave?
Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. That was crazy. Thank you for keeping us safe.
I think you have more influence than you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Right behind you.
Let's go.
A few days trek northward, you find yourself alongside the Seepfeed River. I would like you to make an investigation check. I would like you to make a religion check.
All right. Investigation, don't fail me now. Yes, not so bad.
15.
25.
Okay. You keeping a keen eye out, you just begin to think quietly to yourself for some sort of guidance. And you begin to have this vision hit you. A tree, a fire-scarred tree, singular, alone along these banks. As you convey this vision to Beauregard, keeping an eye out, eventually trying to find out where the patterns of growth are between the two of you. Low perception check would have probably been the more viable roll, but just go with that number. What would have been?
It was 25.
Yeah, you're fine. You eventually find that tree. And while there's no markings, you know this is it. You know this is the grave of Zoala.
Would you like a moment?
I think so.
I'll be right here.
Okay. I kneel down. I thought I would have more to say. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I wish more than anything that I wouldn't have been such a coward.
But I'm so grateful for you, and I brought you some things. I know that flowers are your favorite things, so I've been on some trips. I pull out the book of the flowers from Beryl Ben and the silk flower from Molly Mock from the Hupperdook Festival. Blade of grass from the barbed fields. Flowers from the White Dawn Lagoon. And many, many more. I wish you could have been there with me. And I wish you could have, just been able to live your life. I would like you to meet someone. This is Beauregard Lionette. I'm talking to her like she's here, but,
Hi. Nice to meet you. I think you'd be real proud of Yasha. And I mean, whatever sacrifice you made in order to make me the luckiest woman alive, I'll never know. And yet I'm still eternally grateful.
well, I'm gonna leave this here. But all I wanted to say was I'm sorry. And I love you very much.
Just squeeze Yasha's hand.
I think it's time to go.
You sure?
Yeah.
You still have some of those seeds that Caduceus gave you?
Yes. Oh, what a great idea. I take out one of the seeds and, I plant it there. Cover it up. See, this is why it's great to have you around. You have good ideas. She'll love this.
No better grave marker.
Okay. Let's go.
Shall we take the scenic route?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's go.
It's a lot of the same, but, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
We walk off into the shore house and sunset.
There you go.
As you walk off, you just get a message in your head. I just saw a sea turtle the size of a horse
Oh my gosh.
Jester just saw a sea turtle, size of a horse.
I miss you guys so much.
She misses us.
Oh, wait, can we talk back to her?
Yeah. You might if you like get close to my face, maybe she can hear you.
Hey, miss you, love you.
Hey, miss you, Jester. Give Ford a big kiss, okay?
Come back soon, we'll hang out and you know, go do stuff.
Yeah, we're looking at this like petrified forest in the middle of Jurassian fields.
Neth,
Oh,
is there anything else further you would like to pursue, or are you happy to leave it on
oh
the
no,
family?
I'm happy. I'm with family. We're just gonna do our thing.
Okay. Caleb, is there anything else you would like to?
Well, first thing, dealing with the assembly and working with Beauregard, I see as a lifelong pursuit. I'm not really content to leave it at Ikathon, but we'll see where that goes. Probably in the first 6 months to a year, I would stay in touch with Essek to see how his path is shaking out. That would be first.
He eventually began to feel the possible prying eyes of dynasty discomfort, and absconded from the Aoran trade post.
So he went there?
He went there to continue his business for the time being, 'cause at least it was far away, and there were people there that relied on him. But even that, he eventually left.
Well, hopefully I could meet him there.
Okay.
And invite him with me to return to Ewa and spend time learning as much as we can, retracing many of our steps. It's knowledge that is thousands of years old and has been hidden from history, and I would want to learn about it and share it with the Cobalt Soul. And I think if he would deign to go with me and do that, eventually I would also wind our way back to that chamber, the T-Dock chamber.
Upon the invitation, he just goes, I could think of nothing else I would rather do. And the journey is in itself fraught with interesting encounters. There are still many dangers in there. Other hunters and tomb robbers and all manner of strange traps, and it is its own series of smaller adventures of just you and Essek trying to survive the trials of retracing your steps through the ruins of Aeon. A bonding experience, a trying experience, but that friendship and connection is forged even stronger through that process, until eventually you both return to the Genesis Ward, and eventually the T-Dock experimentation chamber.
Is this still something that you consider?
He studies it after you ask this question, wordlessly, for 5-6 minutes. Not in a way that he's ignored the question, but he's still pondering as he traces the various Dunamentic glyphs, admiring, questioning, curiously taking in, now that there is time to do so. He looks at it. I have spent my life in the pursuit of the ability to control one's future. And that path has led me to making many mistakes. And then my shift began to wander to the possibility of fixing one's past. And since we found this, I've thought on it often. He runs his finger along the side of the race platform. The possibility of retracing one's lifeline. Adjusting things. But such pursuits are selfish. For the more you understand time, you understand you cannot see the ramifications of changing such things. Where I found this before I found you, perhaps I may have done some incredible, terrible things with it. But I accept my regrets, my faults now. And I'm here today with this knowledge, in this moment with you, because of those mistakes. And as much as they hurt me, I don't want to change a thing.
I take the whole place in. It is a lot.
How about you, Caleb Widogast?
Well, my lifespan is a little shorter than yours, but for many years. I have thought of this very thing. And he just stops talking for a few moments, just looking at the room while Essek listens to the quiet. And I think about the plan I have gone over in my mind every night for years, knowing it would work. Of course it will work. I will go back. I will walk up in the guise of a young Bren Aldrich Amandrud. Not long after I left them, I will re-enter my home and explain it to them. I will dump 2 bodies out of the amber on my neck and leave them on the floor. I will set illusion behind us as we leave and wait from afar and watch invisibly as 3 children walk up to the house and set it ablaze. And hear the screams of my parents who are no longer in that building. And everything will stay as it was. And I will take them to tell Dore. And I will tell them, take these gems, start a life here, wait for me. And in a little less than 2 decades, start coming to this square once a week. Every week. And eventually, you will find me there. Of course it would work.
Will you do it? and you do it. I will help you.
I drag some dust up my arm and disintegrate everything in the room. And burn what's left.
Essek just nods. Good. Good.
I think that Caleb and Essek, if Essek were of a mood to, would be together for a while. But knowing that eventually, not too far off, Caleb will be an old man and Essek will be Essek. And I need to go home. I need to fix my home, and that is still my priority. So if he's open to it, I would stay lifelong, my life long, friends with him, and be grateful for that time.
Essek is very open to it. It's not long after this Aeorian experience that Essek finds a way to build a new life away from the dynasty. Using illusion, numerous personas. But he remains in close contact with all of you, and vanishing at other times to whatever his business may be. But he appreciates the time he has with you, and the friendship beyond that.
Shortly after returning home from Eiselcross, I go to Blumenthal for the first time. And I know where the town's cemetery is, and I find Una and Leofric and sit down on the ground before them. And I unsnap the book harness on the left and take out the book of letters that I have been writing to them since I woke up, with the intention of putting in their hands. I have so much more work to do. Trying to be the man you wanted me to be. I still hope to. And if I'm very lucky, I will see you on the other side. And I hold the book, and I cast teleport and send it into the earth between them. And I think for the rest of Caleb's life, he will teach. I think he will teach Luke if his parents will have me.
Well, I had thought about possibly opening some sort of a a little summer camp to teach young adventurers how to stealth and sneak and fire crossbows and maybe learn a little magic. So, if you'd like to come, be a counselor.
I will do that in my off months. But if the Empire continues on and the Academy is still there, I will teach at it. Not run it. I will teach transmutation and try to instill a sense of stewardship and the responsibility that comes with power to my students, and do my damnedest to be sure that there is none of what happened to my friends and I in school happening now. And probably push the envelope on treason in this country, let's be honest, but...
Fair enough. Forden, what do you do with that cloven crystal you have?
God.
If anything. Or at least, what's your intent with it?
I'm not going to let it out of my sight just yet.
Eventually, though,
Yeah,
we have to take care of this.
I know. I mean, I'm probably going to drop it off with someone like the Cobalt Soul or something. But I just thought, we should at least be able to give a detailed report of where the third keyhole is, just so that more powerful parties than us have like the whole picture, just to remove all the mystery of it.
Yeah.
And then, put it to rest, get rid of the thing.
Are you saying we should go to the third temple?
I think we should try to find it. I mean, that's what responsible, chosen of demigods should do. Right? Just from afar, like with a...
Check it out.
Yeah.
Don't accidentally let out the Uk'otoa. Because I'm getting real sick of these people attacking our ship.
Oh, right. Maybe we'll accelerate those plans. But I don't know.
Okay. Well. Kingsley Tea Leaf. As time goes on, your life continues to unfold. New memories forged with a new life born out of love and family and odd piratey ways and strange mingling different lives tangled and giving birth to a new color. Every now and then your mind occasionally begins to recall memories through an occasional nightmare. Flashes of blurred memory. Some time spent locked with another, familiar yet revolving, revolting place. A shell of loathing, inescapable interior looking out from within your prison, pushing against your invisible binds. When your heart found the strength, giving all that you are to help those who gave your purpose in return. It was worth it. It was worth it. Yet on a rare occasion, that odd memory continues to return. The moment you gave yourself and broke your prison. The lights. So many around you. Free to move on. The warm catharsis of letting go. And those strange, black chains that invisibly wove through that city, now broken. The sound of them shattering between worlds, shaking you in that liminal space. The angry, unknowable, primal, ancient cry that you can never forget. Caduceus, is there anything you want to do?
Caduceus. Kingsley's got a bit, but Caduceus spends the next several decades doing his work, maintaining family, maintaining home. Every couple of years, we'll walk for a month, 6, a couple times for a full year, somewhere new, somewhere different, sometimes visiting, and sometimes just seeing what the world brings to him. He there's nothing but contentment. Eventually, he brings Calliope along a few times. Starts seeing what kind of trouble they can get into. But in the end, his garden is his life's work and his content. Although I'm sure you idiots will muck that up a bit on occasion. As for Kingsley spends years learning from you, Ford. Becomes the sailor he'd like to be. After a few years, finally reads that book and goes to visit and learn. And then one day, we're attacked on the open sea, and suddenly you have 2 ships. As the crew, the pirate crew that attack you, the 9 heroes, is quickly dispatched. And I suppose I would ask for my own ship to serve your crew. And I rechristen that ship the Molly Mock. And 1 month later, we vanish in the middle of the night and head straight to Darktoe.
Yes.
Leave a note that expresses how grateful I am for everything you've done and for everything you've taught me, and that I will gladly and always be your humble servant, except, of course, for the fact that I'm never giving back the ship. And I make my way to join the revelry. And perhaps those chains will find some quiet in piracy. A pirate, but not the worst. Who knows how well it'll go.
A tale of 7 friends. It became 8. Then 9. Wild swells of adventure and love and guilt and redemption, family, truth. This story comes to a close tonight. But the tale of the Mighty Nine lives on. And who knows? Maybe we'll have the chance to see some of them again. In some shape or form. Love you all so much.
Thanks for a good story, Matt.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it was.
Let's do it again.
From the top.
Yeah.
Reset like Mollymock.
Well, thank you for hanging in with us for this second campaign. For the highs and lows and confusion and clusterfucks. Thank you so much for joining us. We love you very much. And is it Thursday yet? Good night.